Hey, I scheduled my third match in this Scrabble tournament for tonight. Um, and I did a bunch of other stuff and I'm running late, so I'm going to just get it started. I've got some laundry in my lap that I'll be folding during the game. I was just in the shower and I was dawdling getting in there. It's 9:40 right now. I was scheduled this match for 9:30. Um, but I just took a shower and I was running late on that because I've been working on the banner for my Patreon. I did purchase a really cheap version of Adobe Photoshop's Elements when it was on sale some Black Friday for like $50 or something many years ago when I was even broker than I am now, honestly. It hasn't really been that worth it, but here, if you want a sneak peek at what I'm working on, I've got a picture of Albert Tangora and Bessie Friedman here from 1923. Tangora won the championship and Friedman won the female championship. And alright, James Curley has made his first play. I expect to lose badly because I forgot a lot. I haven't studied since then, since my game with Cornelia a couple days ago. And in the first round, James beat Jesse Day 3 games to 0, I believe, and Jesse won the national championship in the Collins Dictionary prior to that. Well, just last year. Um, that first picture is already in the public domain because all pictures through 1924 in American newspapers are in the public domain as of right now, 2020. So I can use that however I like. And the second picture is obviously a picture of me. That was when I was 14 in 1999, typing at a 45-degree angle from the floor onto the computer keyboard there, just showing the weird angles I've gotten into for like my entire life, honestly. And then in the middle there, I've got Nerds Per Minute, the title of my book, and I've warped the top and bottom text, and I wrote it in the Lucida console font because that's what was used most frequently in DOS for the command prompt, and I wanted some old nerdy vibe for that. So I sort of combine the period 100 years ago here. The fastest typist on a mechanical typewriter and the fastest typist on a computer keyboard with my vintage sort of DOS-esque era logo in between. And I've I'm not a great I'm a terrible, in fact, graphic designer, but I did design. I was the co-editor-in-chief of Horizons Literary Magazine when I was in junior high school, and I did the vast majority of the work I entered. I typed about 2/3 of the entries into the magazine myself, and I also designed the logo for it where I warped text, and I believe it was a Microsoft Publisher at the time. So I knew how to do that, and that sort of looks good, at least by my standards. Do I want to exchange? I have high scoring things here, so I probably shouldn't exchange. Like if I draw an I, which is almost likely, I could probably play QI somewhere, although this is a pretty tight board to be able to do that. But I think I should play something like Fey, Fey, Fox, and that scores too much to exchange, and the Q isn't as big a deal as it used to be before QI and QAT and all those words. And I just drew QAT, if I can play it anywhere. Oh, and I don't remember whether Fey takes an S, or if it's an adjective, which it might be. Although I figure wherever he's going to play, he's probably going to give me a place where I can play cat or cats, even though I don't really have that yet, if Feys is not a word. And I don't remember whether it is. It's been a long time since I've studied. Well, that gives me more options, obviously. I could play Cade down there, QAID, or I could play Quag. Cade scores so much more than Quag. I don't like leaving two G's, but I've got to do that. I suppose I could play Wags and Scene there. That improves the letters I have in my rack a lot, although it gives him a very easy high scoring play there if he has an A, an E, or an O, which he inevitably will. He scores a lot of points. That's terrible defensively, especially when I'm leading like this. Oh, and Wags and Scene doesn't even score that much, only 16 points. And TAG isn't that great a leave. Alright, if the board looks like this, I might end up exchanging. Or I could do Ags and Cade. That might be Ags and Cades. That might be better. Yeah, it does score more. Well, alright. He almost certainly gave me something that scores better here. Urites and swag, I guess. Oh, good. I'm folding my underwear out of the display of the camera. That's a good thing here. I'm trying to do too many things at once between my Patreon and this game and taking a shower and all the rest of the stuff. right. I guess boo, fab, and go. That leaves me AGRT, which is not horrible, especially if I draw an E. And or do I want to play bog? AORT or AGRT? That might depend on how many vowels or consonants are left. There are more consonants left, so leaving a vowel is probably better. But there are 4 O's left, and there are no G's, though. And I don't want to duplicate an O. And if I play boo, I can set up bore or bort. Alright, I'd rather play boo than bog, I think. Oh good, I just drew gravest. And I can play it all sorts of places, so I am going to bingo. Where do I want to play it? If I play gravest there, yeah, it scores the most. By far the most, but it also opens. Well, that's not, oh, there are no O's left, so, I mean, GI is a word, so, but, GI is a word, but I think the only thing that follows the R is the E, so I have to, like, have an IE somewhere. That's not really that probable. Okay, that's not a big thing to open, really. The thing I would most have to worry about is, like, playing a huge word through the R, like Zerk or something. Or jerk, yeah, the J's out too, so that's another possibility. But I don't see that being such a big deal to open up to avoid playing there. Oh, and he just... Alright, he just gave me a much bigger score now. I think that's a word. I remember that being a word. It's been a long time. But bipod would have been embarrassing if pyoid was a word. This could have a bingo in it really easily, but I don't think so. Oh, boinked. Blinked and did, okay. Man, I can't even remember if DI is a word. I see blinked here, but I don't remember that. Yeah, I think it was. That was a nice spot he opened. I mean, obviously, he probably needs more than one bingo to win at this point. It would be really hard to block everything he might have. I mean, I guess the best thing I could do would be to play up there and... Alright, I'd probably seam or seam, S-E-A-M or S-E-E-M. I am going to play both E's because there are so many E's left. Oh, and with multiple R's or T's left, that could be great for me. Okay, I'm going to play both E's because there are more E's left than A's left, even though the E is more valuable than the A. I'm likely to get an R, so... Oh, and he doesn't have any vowels. So this could be very hard for him to block something if I draw it. Alright. What do I want to try and set up here? If I dump the H, I would have areate and seriate. Do I have a place to play that? I mean, I could give myself one. Could he block it? Yeah, he could play through there. So it might be better if I tried to play somewhere else. With no vowels left, it would be hard for him to block. Oh, alright, if anything that I have that I could get that would end in S would give me scenes somewhere. Alright, playing E's here would set me up for areas to there, which he would probably still be able to block, but he might have some trouble. Let's assuming I even get the R, of course. Oh yeah, right. Oh, alright, I'm hastier is what I'm thinking of now, actually. If I'm going to drop an E instead of an H. Can he block me? Yeah, I think so. Jot there would probably block me. Although Joda, yeah, Jot blocks me. Oh, Ariostantine, I've got it. Alright, it's gonna be hard for him to block both. Alright, I forgot the rule for this. Okay, players alternate third first, so I will be um, starting first in this game. Oh boy. I know there are bingos in this, but can I remember it? Oh, alright. Sneaked. Fine. I want to find something better than sneaked. I mean, alkenes. I think alkenes is a word, but I don't remember. Um, I do not really want to put the S on the double word score, but I definitely want to put the K on the double letters score. I obviously don't want to play sneaker because if he has an S and all sneakers all and whatever would be too much. But sneaked would be fine. Um, I might just be thinking of alkynes when I'm thinking of alkenes. I'm just going to be sneaked. I'm sure there was something better than that, but I don't want to waste too much time, especially with this light. Oh, somebody. Alright, it was a pretty worthless Facebook notification. Can carafe be spelled with a K? I wonder K-A-R-A-F-E instead of C-A-R-A-F-E. I mean, there are a lot of weird alternate spellings for those 5 and 6 letter words, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. I mean, I have Fairad. Is there anything I could do, I could do with that? Probably not. No. I'd like to, ideally, I'd like to drop the F and the U both. Fraud probably doesn't score enough, though I'll do Farid. I am getting really lucky against him. I mean, I'm sure he knows way more words than I do, but I keep getting these amazing wrecks. Alright. That's almost equines, that's almost sequela, but I don't have either of those. But I mean, there's a good chance I do have bingo somewhere. I see Quern there, Q-U-E-R-N. There's also Q-U-E-A-N, but I don't see anything that I could do with that that would score very highly. I mean, if I don't have a bingo, Quern is probably going to be the highest scoring word I've got. Unless there's something down there. Well, alright, that was blocked now. Do I have anything that scores higher than Squad? Probably not. Oh, Squeak. Squeak would give me better letters, but what's the difference in score? Squeak would be 38, Squad would be 45 and better defense. But leaving EN after Squeak is better than leaving EEN after Squad. Although either way I'm dumping the S, so there's not much I could do with that, but still keeping an EN with an open D can be good, although Squad is so much better defensively. Squeak is what I want to do, but I think Squad is what I should do. And I just do a bingo. He loiners. Man, I feel sorry for him. Because I know he's a better player and I'm just getting too lucky here. I mean, there's still a chance he'll block that, but probably not because there's very little high scoring he can do there unless he bingos through there. His high scoring opportunities are probably in these columns or that column, one or the other. I do not know about that. It's probably good, but I'm going to challenge it. Okay. Alright, I've got etiolate through a T now. So even now that... Man. So I immediately bingo after he bingos, and I'm probably going to bingo next time because I doubt he's going to play through that T and he'll let me have etiolate. I mean, at least I'm finding the plays and making a good play each turn, I guess, but I have a feeling he's still playing better because he's so much higher rated and less rusty. Oh, alright, Etiolite could easily be blocked because this is a likely place he'll play. Yeah, I probably won't have that because he'll probably play there. Could play there, though, I suppose. Okay. That's not a surprise. Alright, this is probably nowhere near a good enough rack to want to fish with, especially because there aren't many R's or S's, or a lot of R's left. This is probably something I should think about crosswording, but I don't have anything that follows era. I mean, if Quorm took an E or an A after it, I could play Etiolate there, but I don't think those are words. Alright, there's a lot of vowels here, so... I want to get rid of 3 of them, so that means likely something like aloe or towie. Aloe, good, that blocks a lot of bingo lines. With so many vowels here. I mean, maybe I should exchange, but... Alright, there are a lot more consonants left. Leaving EIU is gross, but I do think I want to play beat here and block down a lot of bingo lines, and then if I manage to be able to play there on my Next turn I've blocked almost the entire... Oh wait, obviously B would be better than beat if I'm doing that because I would leave EIT, which is a lot better. Now, but where do I want to play that though? That's 18 points. That's 16 points, actually less. However, if I play there, I'm opening something else with a 7 if he has bean or beer or beet or bees. Alright, that wouldn't really block much. And the E and the D are likely to play through than the O and the R. Alright. Well, EITU, and then I drew that. Although I could still play Etui here and block basically everything except the O. Oh, but I just gave him a big spot if he draws the X. Because X is a word and I just remembered that. And Z too, oh god. Yeah, I blew it there. Alright, so I could block all the bingo lines, but then make the X's really important to compensate. And since I've already done that, should I open a second spot? Alright, he blocked my ability to do anything there. So, but now he's getting close enough where he could come back without me, without even bingoing. And Unite does not score a lot. I guess I have to exchange everything except ET. And maybe I'll draw the X. And the more letters I draw, the more likely I am to hit the X or the Z or something good, which is really important now, so yeah. I'm just going to keep a 1E and the T. I want to have ZA or ZE there, since there are so few E's left. ZA would be better. So I open that spot stupidly, and now unless he has the X now, I'm probably going to hit it. Alright, if he has XED or something with that, he would have already played there. so unless he plays something ending in ED, I probably don't have anything to worry about in that spot. He's probably gonna play somewhere else. No, that still looks like one of the best places to play, though. If he doesn't have a bingo, which he probably doesn't, because this is getting really closed down. Alright, I think he has a blank and is, yeah, I think he has the blank and is looking for a bingo through the N or the R. Alright, since there's a chance I can pressure him on time if he doesn't find a bingo, I'm going to try and play this in a split second if he doesn't find it. I think Bunk was a word about but I don't have an N. Can I block all his lines? Yeah, I think I can block all his lines if I play something. Alright, I don't have an S for SMU. If I play something through the N or the H that is long enough and awkward enough, I can almost block everything. No, if I played Kutha there, I couldn't block the R. Oh, Eductor. That opens more lines, though. Counted would block an awful lot of stuff and take tiles away, although there's not a lot of good stuff. Maybe I want to play fewer tiles. I don't know. The problem with Eductor is that opens more lines than it closes, and I definitely want to close as many lines as possible. Oh, and Corms would also have an EST line. Alright, I'm going to play Kuth. Do I want to play Mouth? I know the C is usually more valuable, but if we're going to be going in a defensive game, I think the M will be more valuable because the M is much better for crosswording. Oh, I almost have Educator, but there are almost no A's left, so no, I mean, that's not something you would fish for. Are there more U's left? There are not more U's left, so I'm not going to be in an awful lot of trouble by keeping this one if I play Moth instead, which would still block most of the scary lines. Oh, and it's harder to play a bingo through an M than a C2, or I'll play Moth. Probably. Although the R is the line to be most afraid of. Oh, but blank and an S, alright. So there are a lot of possibilities ending in EST to worry about also. Eductor just opens too many lines. I did not actually block the line through the N, but it would have to be N in the fourth slot, which is not a very common place for the N, admittedly. I don't remember whether budgie or bungy is a word. I mean, I know budgie, short for that bird, the budgeriear, but I forget how it's spelled. I don't think it's B-U-D-G-Y. It would not surprise me if B-U-D-G-Y or B-U-N-G-Y are words, but I don't remember. Besides, I want to still keep blocking and make it unlikely he'll play anything that I don't really have. You, yo, and well, that pretty much makes sure he won't bingo. It also makes sure I probably won't. Oh, wait. No, that could be a huge bingo spot if he has something that ends in ES. All right, I got to play their guy. All right. I was not worried about the right spot, although I'm still leading. And I've still got expected scores 38 points. If I play that, I'm going to draw a lot of eyes. That's the downside, and that could be hard to play off. So do I want to just play expect, or do I want to just play XU or something to try and stick him with many eyes as possible since I don't have one? compromise could be EX down here for 29. Scores a little more, but it dumps my last E, but I'm probably going to get an I. Normally I would just play expect, but I think this time I'm going to just play XU. Because there are so many I's left, and I figured I would probably get one, and that's a good rack. Oh, that still looks good. Alright, there's good stuff left. I'm still going to try to fish because I'm running out of time. And I'm not going to get anything, and I'm probably going to lose because I'm going to go overtime and he's going to go out. Oh, but there's still tons of I's. Alright, I've got into. Do I have 2 spots for into? Oh, I just lost. Didn't I? No, I didn't. I don't think I did. What's left? Yes, I just won. Wow. That was exciting. Yeah. Now I have to pass because it's time for him to go first again because we're alternating. And I don't think I have a 7-letter bingo in this, while I might have a 8-letter bingo, although he just exchanged, so and of course I don't remember where wild or whited, W-I-T-E-D, are words. Should I play it safe and go tweet? I mean, wild or whited would be better if I knew those were words, or should I go more aggressive and play W-E? That's probably not good enough to fish with. Although 2 games up. being aggressive might be better. I'm still going to do it. And with what I just did, drew well. If I had drawn from the same bunch, I wouldn't have gotten a bingo anyway. Out wild or out will would be nice if I knew those were words, but I don't. Telluride doesn't score anything. Would score all right. Well, only 18, I guess. I don't think out wild or out will are words. I will just play would. Okay. That was nothing I had any reason to expect. There could possibly be a bingo in the that plays through the E, but I'm not seeing anything. And if I know faultier filature, then I've probably studied that and I'm not seeing anything, so alright. Wow. What I had wasn't very good, so I should play off more tiles, and then I drew a blank in so doing. Well, this is all good except for the W and the U together, which is awful. It doesn't mean I don't have a bingo somewhere, because I possibly do through the E again. I don't really see anything, any other letter I might have a bingo through. There's not even a lot you can do with the W and the U together, except WUD or worst or something, but... Or WAUR, which I do have through the A in plaid, and that would set up a possibility for me to play on the bingo. That would be risky, but I'm behind, so it might be worth doing. And he just played there, okay. LITU is not a horrible thing to leave when you have a blank. If you draw any high probability tile except another one of those letters, you'll be in pretty good shape, especially with an E on the board. I'll just play rye. Well, drawing another U, that doesn't help. Up, built up. Ulu and UT would be really aggressive, but it would give me a place to play Sulu there. and a bingo there or there, or off of, or pluralizing sink. And maybe it's time for me to be that aggressive, or I could go safer and do ulu and emu. But BITU doesn't really ensure a bingo very much. That's not really opening up a much of a hotspot unless he has an S or a blank himself, which if he does, I'm probably going to lose anyway. I'm going to go aggressive. I mean, I saw QUBIT there, but I mean, that would be an okay play if I was ahead, but not being behind, especially blocking a place where I might have to bingo later. Could still have something through the E there. Orbitage, I mean, not likely. Yeah, okay, that's lower than he could have scored there, admittedly. I'm not totally out of this yet. Alright, reciting through an I, but requiting, but I'd need another letter. Oh, maybe there's something through the F. Ooh, him playing through that gives me a lot more possibilities. Like tearing, I see, with the N as a blank. And then I'm probably going to need two bingos to win, and that opens more spots for me to do that. Alright. Trying to see if I have something that I can score more points with by starting here. And oh, but that doesn't hit the double word score, and it leaves less letters open for me. Alright, tearing, obviously. Alright, I don't see a bingo in here, so if he doesn't block that spot, Rocket and Tyro looks like the best play I have. Lotioner, I mean, I don't know. Lotioner could be a word, but I have no idea. It's the sort of thing no, I probably wouldn't try it on. Free exchange. And okay, oh, and Odia I think is the plural of Odions, so I don't think that takes an S. And now I don't have to even think about like lotioner or anything like that. I don't think Odia takes another level or louder because I think it's the plural of Odion. And I have to open something up, so alright, Tiro is obvious now. Alright, I didn't remember Orf, but he just played that against me, so FE here would be good. And I'm still not entirely out of this, although it's closed enough that I'm probably going to have to outrun him through non-bingo plays rather than playing a bingo. I'm gonna go check my laundry since I think my sheets in the dryer need to go a bit more. Alright, he's taking that much time. I bet he has a bingo-ish rack. And there are a lot of S's left, so it's still possible. In fact, there's a lot of the, yeah, most of the bad letters seem to already be on the board. Almost everything that's left is good, except for the B. And the amount of vowels. Some of the vowels. Would I rather play ref there or fee? Honestly, maybe ref. Because it feels like if he's spending this much time, he has a bingo rack. Oh yeah, and I think I mean, I know obviously you can put a C there for croquet. I think B2 broke it. Oh, but there are no C's left, so that's not an issue. Um, that's even increasing how much I want to play there to keep him from bingoing through the O, because it looks like he's fixing to. I don't know why I always like to check and see who's watching my games, but I do. Weird nervous habit or something. I think what I'm going to end up having to play will be extremely contingent on what he plays, so I'm going to look at other stuff now to try and figure out who the winner of this game might be playing. Probably a loser of the other bracket. Alright, he just played. Alright, if he was spent that long playing an asset, that means he was close to bingo, but alright. But if he played the S, that means He probably doesn't have a bingo now. And if he does, there's something I can do about it, and then I've got to still keep scoring potential for me. So that leads me to play Fee there instead of F. See if I can hopefully get something through the triple or have him play through the triple, which will open something else for me. Alright, Fe it is. Alright, now I can play something like Ope 2 Rep and Ode. I mean, leaving A, E, I, L is not great. There are still more consonants, and those all go great with those, though. But that kind of ruined that. I mean, I was certainly substantially luckier in the previous two games, so normally a Z is something you want, but I'm not entirely sure on this board. Okay, there's ZEE there. I think Odile might be a word, but I don't want to try it. I mean, I could. Alright, there's Zen and Zag there, so those are possibilities things. But I really would like to get rid of ACE. But I'm not just going to play Gaze to do that or something. I mean, I think ZE is the best thing I've got. If I had an O Zol there would be nice. I don't think there aren't many O's left. I knew that. Well, that helps me. If he didn't immediately draw bingo, and drawing the S also helps me. I mean, he's still certainly the favorite, especially because he has seemed to be good at um, drawing bingos out of exchanges. Alright. I would like to get rid of AAE. No, not AAE. Just AE, maybe. Like Ace. How many S's are left? Okay, there's still one S left, so doing something like AE here to set up something I'm not even really close to would be insane. EA and ZA, on the other hand, that one has some potential. Although he's obviously also fishing for a bingo. And I'm close enough where I could still possibly outscore him. So... I mean, it seems like by Oka he is also fishing for a bingo and maybe more likely to get it. Although, there's one S left, one T left, one E left. I think my rack is going to be much more balanced than his. If I play EA and draw an N, there's a fairly solid chance I will draw a bingo, especially if I get an RMS in addition to the N. I think this is a time for the aggressive setup. Alright, I have lesbian, but it does not play. And I know it's Odeon, not ODN. Is there anything other than lesbian in that? No, although I could play albino, I suppose. And I'd still get to keep the S. It would block the spot I just opened, but it would also block his spot at bingoing maybe, although it would open up a lot of other places for him. Although if he tries to open something up for him to bingo somewhere, and it's not that, then he could end up inadvertently giving me a place to play lesbian. Well, that was a lot smarter. I do not think NEA is a word. All right. And there is not much left that's good in the bag at all. Well, the K and the Y score something. Should I try to fish again? He's going to block their next turn if I do. Can I outrun him with albino? Maybe if I draw the K or the V or the Y. The Y would be especially nice. I mean, is there anywhere I could play the B where it would open up another spot for me, for him to block? That's not a spot because I know Odia doesn't take an S. If I play there, he'll obviously just block the spot. I have the last E, so I mean, nobody's bingoing in this game after this unless it's me. So do I choose to bingo or do I choose to try to outrun? Actually, how can he block that? It would almost have to be something that hooked there, and alright. The K does, the T does, the Y does. Odds are he will probably have one of those and block the spot because it's the only spot. Albino gets me to 5 behind. Neither of us are going to score a lot. If I don't bingo, which it looks like I'm not going to, it's going to matter who gets those high point tiles, and albino means I'm going to get a lot of chances at high point tiles. Okay. And I just do naivest, natives, and vainest, and block the spot for it. Well, that's not what I expected. Now, I'm not sure what all the 8s through that are. Now, is he going, I mean, if he sets anything up at all, I'm probably going to bingo, although I do not know if I have any of those words that, I think with the A, it's only like say native or something. And there's also the chance that I could run him out of time, possibly. Well, if I have a bingo in that, and I find it, I win. If I don't, I lose. I could still go out first and get it close. I don't know if this is a word, but I think I have to try it. I bet it's not a word. It was a word. Did I just manage to eke this out? I have an R. Alright. He has an R. So if I play aw for 10, that ties it. If I can score more than that, Well, I can't believe I even managed to tie that because I was behind all along. I am not drinking enough water on my days at home. Um, oh, right, it's the fourth game, so it was my turn to start. Well, I know this is not a game, this is not something I would want to start with. Um, because I know I have Stengas with an A, but I don't see anything I like to play now. Keeping the second S has minimal value in Collins, so I guess I'm just gonna play hence. I don't like that. And I think shent is also a word, although I don't know if it's the past tense of a verb. This has been an exciting matchup, though. I mean, I honestly thought I lost the last two games, and I managed to win one by just barely outrunning him and tie him, even though I thought I didn't have a chance anymore. Oh, alright. Faggiest, not something I want to play at all, but they are legal words. Might be blocked anyway, since that's the only high scoring place to play. Oh yeah, that he just opened frigates, but that doesn't score nearly as well. I don't want this to go on as long as it looks like it's going to now. It looks like it's going to be 6 games instead of 5, since I'm probably going to lose this now. Especially since he's probably going to draw something huge to put there. I mean, my fault for putting the S there, I guess, but that was a pretty unlikely draw, though. I mean, if he doesn't, he's going to play through the triple, obviously, but if he doesn't, flu or plu there will get me back in it. And if he does play through the triple, I don't have much that will score at all. Flip, I guess, if I can't have flu. Um, if he's spending that much time and not instantly taking the triple, that means he's looking for a bingo, and if he doesn't find one, then he's going to play through the triple probably, but... Oh yeah, I didn't look at his cross tables. I do not know much about James Curley. I mean, I had heard of him, but he was a friend of friends, not one of my Facebook friends or anything. But 1800 rated, and I expected him to. I mean, I just got really lucky, I guess, because I expected him to beat me easily, especially after he swept Jesse Day. Oh, and he finished 16th in the National Championship Collins Division last year and was seeded higher. So, yeah, I did not expect to have a chance of winning this, and I expect he's still going to come back and do it. I mean, this game looks good for him. I almost have reviewed, but I mean almost having that and having a U instead of the other E means that there's almost nothing I have that's going to score anything worthy. Well viewed there still scores 25, but it leaves EU and it blocks a lot of potential bingo lines. It does give me a lot of chance to draw good things though. gonna play. Do I want to play viewed through the I and leave IU, which is horrible, or viewed through the E and leave EU, which is less horrible, but blocks a lot of bingo lines? There are more E's left to be drawn. That's one thing. That does score one more point, and it leaves a lot of bingo lines open. I am going to take the worst rack to leave more bingo lines open, and I just got lucky there. I'm not going to bingo just yet, but I've got I think Judd is a word, but I just forgot. I was so not prepared for this tournament, and I'm going to... And there's a chance I could almost sweep this 1800 player, which feels so unfair to me. Although I still think he is probably going to win this. Even if I did just get a blank. I mean, I don't even remember if things like Judd or Jude are words. And I think they might be. I didn't remember DI was a word, which is really embarrassing. Alright, he's trying to block bingo lines now, but since I have the blank, he's probably not going to be able to block everything. Alright, juried. I almost have Jeremiah. I'm not. Juice. No, I'm not. Seeing much of anything. And there's a chance he could score a lot there potentially, so I'm going to shut that down with Fuji. I didn't know whether share was a word. I also don't know whether that was a word. I'm sure it was, but alright. Meek and Bank, that blocks a lot of bingo lines, but I do not really see a... Oh, there's a like possibilities, but no, I don't. Alright, roulades. It's possible. Oh, I might have something outraced. Outdared, probably. I don't even see. Redo down there, alright. Outdared, even if that is a word, which it probably is. Gives him an easy chance for points. Roulades would be better. Do I have anything through the sea? I've got to look. Couraged. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think so. I do not see anything that I think is better than roulades. There's obviously a chance I can come back now that I have the X and I can play like Rex, Ray, Ox, and I won't be too far behind. I mean, it's still an unlikely comeback, but it's not impossible either. Actually, would Rex, Ob, and Zach score more? It might. Not quite. But I have two good spots to score if he blocks the other one. And he's a lot more likely to play there. I don't even see. Okay. Oh, if I play that, it's going to leave me with a muddled mess with way too many vowels. And there are more vowels left than consonants. So... So yeah, I want to save my R. I also don't really want to draw a Euless Q on this board. There aren't a lot of eyes left, and I don't see a place to play the Q. So I would rather play fewer letters. I would rather play X than Rex. And I still have the R to play up there. I mean, he's probably going to play up there anyway, but I still, if he doesn't have anything that will do it. Oh, and he might not. Okay. But he blocked my chance at playing raw or something up there. Yeah, I'm probably out of this. I'm not going to lose by a lot, but it's unlikely I'm going to pull yet another inexplicable win out of the bag. All right, one. And this is just going to go on forever since I am expecting to lose the next one and then lose the blitz game at the end because he is the better player and I did not want to play 6 games starting that late. I wanted to get my loco done. I think inocula might be a word, but that wouldn't have scored anything even if that wasn't blocked. All right. I did not even think of extending worm to wormy. I probably gave up before I should have. All right, what's left? Oh, there's a Q left with. Is there a place to play the Q if I don't draw the S, which he probably has the S? I want to keep the U. I want to keep the I. So if I do draw the S and or the Q, I have some options. So yeah, Oka, I was already looking at that, but now I definitely want that if I do draw any of that stuff. And I did not, so he has the Q. Oh, alright. Maybe I should have tried fishing for a bingo there. Um, the S is worth almost nothing on this board. Well, except here. Alright, I don't want to open up the R to give him a chance to play airy. Oh. I just want to finish because it started so late and it's going 6 games now. I mean, I expect to lose this. Changed, you mean?
Well, at least it needs to be scooped. There's tons of poop in there. Looks like it hasn't been done in days. I got it loosened up so that it won't be very hard to do it. You couldn't dig in there. It's so solid. Yeah, it's tumbling.
I'm in the middle of my next Scrabble match. I'll be overspent. Well, depends on how much longer. But I will watch. I will watch the litter box when I'm done. I did get the poop out of it. My mom wanted me to scoop the cat litters, so that's why I left for a bit. Okay, I have dirt bags here. Do I have anything? Alright. I also have a bridges, and that scores better. Alright. A bridges was more dangerous. Brigades might have been better because he could have a huge scoring play there. I mean, so do I right now, 10th and Haw. but he probably will too, and he'll probably take that. I mean, but there are all sorts of high-scoring hotspots here. I just realized this. Zoe adds an IO. Oh, but the Z is gone. And that's the real thing to really worry about with the A. Okay, not what I was expecting there. I want to play a lot of letters in something like 10th, but I don't really have a high scoring way of playing a lot of letters, at least nothing that'll be as high scoring as that. Okay, if I want to play off stuff, I missed that spot. I can play 10, cat, and 1, and that will give me a much better set of tiles next turn. That would have been a better thing to do last time, probably in playing HM, but I missed that spot. Another word. I don't remember whether he's Heze is a word, but I think it is. Hellman Zither wouldn't score enough. Well, Zither scores 20. Oh, Nether. Nether is the best thing I have, probably. Well, I knew Noyad, N-O-Y-A-D, and I knew Noyad's N-O-Y-A-D-E-S. I'm not sure whether that's an alternate spelling, but I'm gonna assume it probably is. Oh wait, keeping the R is better than keeping the T, so I will. Although the R is easier to crossword. Because the R is easier to crossword, I'm gonna play her instead of hat. Playing just the Q there could have been because he didn't have any better options because there's only one eye left. Or it could be that he's fishing for something, but with not many bad tiles left and a ton of good ones left, I'm going to want to play long liege, I think, even though if that was a fish and he has an S, I might have just given him a bingo. And now he probably has an S because I didn't. Draw one. In fact, that's almost the worst rack I could have drawn without duplicating any letters. Oh, I could play Fizz and QI and Fad there and score quite a bit, actually. That still leaves too many vowels. This is going to be another close one, I guess. I'm close to this guy in skill, even though he's rated 1800, or I'm just getting really, really lucky. I was lucky to start with for sure. Oh, I have the last die right now, so that's a very good thing to do with that. Especially when I have too many vowels. He's obviously close to a bingo rack, and it looks like he's going to bingo first, though. Alright. Oh no, he was not close to a bingo rack. I guess I was wrong about that. This is going to go all the way down to game 6 now. Alright, there are a lot of E's left, so maybe playing Venus through there wouldn't be too bad. It would leave me with NOS, and I could draw a number of bingos through that. Because I want balance and I want to dump an S. I mean, dropping VS would be better than Venus, but I would be likely to draw an E and a T anyway, so, and leaving your opponent only one tile is often good. I mean, yeah, but I drew, like, the worst that was left, alright. So I'm gonna lose this, and I'm really bad at playing blitz games, so, although I've actually been faster than him here. I think I could possibly blank both of his spots to go out, Wart and Rent, but it wouldn't win anyway, so. I am so much worse at finding plays during quick games. I lost 17 games in a row to Matt Kanek at this speed once, and while he's a better player than I am, he's not that much better. Um, yeah, I know Ellie isn't a word. I don't know why I did that. Oh, all right. So I went from 2.5 to 2. I mean, I knew if I once I got here, I would lose. I mean, playing a phony two-letter word on accident because I'm so stressed out. Well, I wanted it to be over, and now it's over. I am a 500 points, 500 ratings points worse player playing at this speed. Once I knew it was going to be blitz at the end, I mean, I knew it was over. Oh, and there's only one left, and can I even set up a bingo? All right. That was an embarrassing finish, although I'm glad it's over, so I don't have that to distract me anymore. All right, I'm going to hang up now, and maybe I'll